Hey, it's Doug the neighbor, and I'm here at Camp Kennerk podcast for our 103rd podcast. And yes, we have found TK Irish. He was missing, and then we found him, and we're going to be chatting with him in just a second. But I wanted to say congratulations on July 4th. It was a couple of days ago. God bless America for all that has happened and the celebrations. And the best part is, we love America here at Camp Kennerk Podcast, and we're very proud to be Americans. And TK and I have got a great show for you tonight. And let's not waste any time. Let's get back to TK Irish because he just got back from his trip from East Egypt. I don't know where he was. TK, tell us where you were.
Oh, man, I tell you what, you sometimes you just wake up and you know it's time to hit the road. And I hit the road and actually I went back home to Indiana. Remember that old song, Back Home Again in Indiana? Well, I heard that in my ears and I went back to Indiana to see my family. And of course, when you go see the Kennerk family around Indiana, there's always lively conversation and stories and well, a little exaggeration, but that's just the flavor of the situation. But I did get out to go into the countryside, and I went back home to Fort Wayne, where I grew up, and saw the sights. And the one site that I always have to see when I go back there is the world's oldest wiener stand. Yes, it's Coney Island Wiener Stand. It was founded in 1907 in Fort Wayne, Indiana, on Main Street.
Now,
Now,
TK, you're telling me you flew back all the way to Indianapolis, and then went to Fort Wayne to see a wiener stand?
that's right, because it is world famous and it is really good. And the characters that come through there, I mean, everything from CEOs to guys that are riding their bike up while trying to catch the third shift. And let's put it this way, they sell over 3,000 hot dogs a day there. So people come in and they don't buy one hot dog. People come in and get a dozen, 2 dozen to go. Now, also, the interior design has not changed from day one when it first opened. So it's a
Well,
lot of
when did
fun.
it open, TK? When did it open?
1907.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. So obviously the interior decorator for that must have been someone's grandmother and didn't want to
Great
hurt her feelings.
grandmother. Great
Great
grandmother.
grandmother, and didn't want to hurt her feelings and just kept it the same, or maybe they just decided that yeah, it's too much of a hassle. So we'll just no one's saying anything. They're just coming in and saying, "Give me a dozen to go." So
What's the name of this place?
it's called Coney Island Wiener Stand.
Coney Island Wiener Stand. Now, where did they get the name Coney Island all the way in Fort Wayne, Indiana? What? Tell us that story.
Well, I would if I knew it. But they, you know, they're very sketchy on the history of things, just because I think they expect everyone to know what it is already. But it's just a great place. It's a family tradition. We go there, and the hot dogs are good for lunch, but they really taste good about 12:30 at night. You know, and that's where we have made a legendary runs over the years to get to Coney Island before they close.
That's great. That's just great. Now, you were up there for a couple of days and you just got back and you had a story about getting back. Tell me.
Yeah, yeah. At the airport last night, last flight out of town, and I saw something, and I thought, "Ooh, look at this! Yes, yes, yes." So, Doug, you got to watch it to believe it. So here it is.
Doug, the neighbor, TK Irish. I'm at the Indianapolis airport, and I wanted to get us some popcorn to bring home for us to eat during our next podcast. But lo and behold, they're closed for the day, and my flight leaves in 30 minutes. So sorry, buddy. I was thinking of you because popcorn's popping with us.
Sorry, buddy, but that's what happened. It was not my fault. Sometimes you got a brain burp, but next time I'll do it right. And of course, we get on the plane, and we have our knee index for when you're on a plane to see what airlines give you the most room. And my flight up, I had plenty of room. Well, obviously, they must have seen that podcast because they put me in seats that were tight, tight.
Oh, now what airline?
Frontier. That was what's so strange is the flight up on Frontier was leg room, everything, and then on the flight back it was a different plane, so the different configurations, I guess. Or like I
Well,
said, that they just wanted to show me that hey, we watched the podcast and we have other options for you.
I guess we should add to the index the type of plane.
Yeah,
We're going with brands, but now we need to add type of plane
yeah,
because with Southwest, they use the same plane. You know,
yes.
that sort of stuff. So, but that's very interesting. And you were crowded in on the return leg.
Oh, you'll see it. Look at it right now.
Hey, Doug, the neighbor. I'm on my flight back to Dallas from Frontier. Wanted to show you the knee room that we always talk about, and this is not nearly as comfortable as the flight was coming into Indianapolis. So we got to keep that in mind.
So Douglas,
Oh,
that was tight. That's the tightest seat I've been in quite a while.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
But I persevered. It was a 2-hour flight. Everything's fine. But I was a little surprised because they even gave me preferred entry onto the plane with a preferred boarding. I got to be the first one on the plane, and I was not in a wheelchair. I wasn't on crutches, and I didn't show my AARP card. So
Well, they recognize you as TK Irish from Camp Kennerk podcast.
yeah, and I think what they were afraid of is I start talking to the other passengers while we're boarding,
About
and they.
Nehru. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. But preferred seating to be crammed in like a sardine.
Yeah, yeah, it really was. But I do want to share something with you. In our last podcast, you were impressed by the drinkware that they had at the Hampton Inn there in Indianapolis. So I got you a souvenir. See, Douglas? So
I
I'll send
love
this. I'll send this down to you when we get some time. But we had to have to date it. Got to tell the city. And of course, what's so cool is they even give you instructions on where to put your lips when you drink your coffee.
Put
So
that in the Hall of Fame there, TK. That's beautiful.
I
That's
need to
just
tell you, and we spent hours and hours at my family trying to figure out the best souvenir to give Doug the neighbor. And that's what they came up with, and I didn't argue.
you need to put July 4th on it, because you just got July there.
Well, yeah, that way it makes it look like the trip was longer. Oh, the whole month. He was there the whole month. Wow, what did he do? So that's now I
TK,
got.
that's beautiful.
I could send it. I could send it back and have him corrected if you like.
Engraved.
Be great. Matter of
What
fact, hold on.
notes, post-it notes?
No, I was going to update it, but we'll do that later.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, the Hall of Fame is growing. The Hall of
Yes.
Fame is growing. And you're talking about engraving, and I've got something to chat about a little later. But you had a good trip, and what time did you get back in last night?
I got home about 1 in the morning. I was on the last flight out of Indy and
Okay.
got the airport about, landed about midnight. By the time you get to your car and drive home and everything, it's
Yeah.
about 1 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah. And now you're back home with memories. That's beautiful. And you saw your family, and that's more beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Every time there's more and more little kids. So,
Well, it's the
it's,
Kennerks.
yeah, it's the Kennerks. Ah!
Oh, TK, that's a great, great story about your trip. And while you were gone, I've got some interesting things that happened for our chat tonight. Like I said, our 103rd podcast on seven. Well, we were delayed last night, so this is the ninth, but this is forced 7, 8. Okay. We missed Doubleday while you were gone. And we've
So,
been doing Doubleday each month. And I've got
yeah.
some great notes concerning Doubleday. 7-7 double
Well, let's
day.
catch up, man. You don't
Okay,
want to
all
get.
right. The 188th day of the year. Okay. Now, in 1928, all of the important things that happen on Doubleday. In 1928, in Chillicothe, Missouri, okay, Chillicothe, Missouri, the Chillicothe Baking Company were the first people to slice bread.
Well, that's the reason why they have that saying, just as good as sliced bread.
That's as good as sliced bread. Yeah. Okay. In 1930, they started construction on the Boulder Dam.
Wow.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And now the dam's almost useless because there's no water, and they're going to start shutting down the generators here because there's no water flowing through it. And then there's no electricity to Phoenix, LA, that whole area, and there's no water. So
Yes. It's
there
very,
might be a
very
fire sale if you want to buy a dam.
well, maybe we could give tours of it. Here's where the water used to be, and the water is supposed to go over here. And that's $5, please.
Maybe we could get a banner and put it up there for Camp Gunner podcast, that sort of stuff.
Well,
New,
yeah, yeah,
new home
yeah,
hub, something
yeah.
like that. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Now, this is kind of interesting. I can't believe I was in New York City at the time, but in 1992, the New York Court of Appeals,
The
Court.
banana court.
I'm
I call that
sorry.
the banana court because appeal.
Appeal. Oh, okay, very good. I like that. Okay, okay. That the New York Court of Appeals came up with the decision that women have the same right as men to go topless.
Well, now that's
Now,
something that would make generate conversation on a Saturday afternoon.
or right here on their podcast. You women have the same right as
Mhm.
men.
Well, good.
Absolutely.
Equal rights. They got their equal rights.
There you go. And so the next time you see a topless lady going down the street, go equal rights.
Yeah, yeah.
Go for it. Okay. Now, some interesting birth dates on 7/7.
Mhm.
Okay. In 1906, the great pitcher Satchel Paige was born.
Ah, yes. My favorite quote of Satchel Paige was he was asked how old he was. He says, I don't know because I don't look back because they might be gaining on me.
That's right. That's right. That's true. All right. In 1927, Doc Severinsen was born.
Ah,
The band
fine,
leader
fine
from the
trumpet
Jimmy
player.
Carson show, Doc Severinsen. Yeah.
Hmm.
And when I lived in New York City, I lived around the corner from his old house.
Ah,
And it's uh, right there by the coffee shop. All right. Now, here is a very important birthday in 1940. Ringo Starr was born.
well, now he had a pretty good musician group at one time, didn't he? Didn't he
And yeah, and I
have a
think
little
he's still
band
got
or
his own
something?
band. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and he's 200 years old. If he was born in 1940, how old? That would make him 86.
Yeah, but that's Keith Richards. That's the same age as Keith Richards. And he, I mean, if there's anybody who should not be alive, it's Keith Richards.
Oh no, Keith Richards made a sterner stuff, but Ringo Starr, he's 86 on July 7/7. Now, because it was July 4th while you were gone, uh, we were interested in a time capsule that in Sinton, Texas. I took a trip to South Texas, and we have a video of me down in Sinton, Texas. And let's just play that video. TK, this is Doug the neighbor here. I am in Sinton, Texas, which is just outside of Corpus Christi, and I'm at the courthouse for a very special reason. In 1976, July 4th, the bicentennial, they buried a time capsule right here, and they are opening it July 4th of 2026. This year. No telling what's in here, and we're gonna have to come back and just go to the Sinton time capsule on July 4th, 2026. They buried it, bicentennial, July 4th, 1976. I'm Doug the neighbor. Okay.
That was how in the world did you get down there, or what made you think you needed to go down there?
DTN, Doug the neighbor gets around. He's a ghost. He's there, he's here, he's here, he's there. You know, it's in Texas. And on July 4th, they opened up the time capsule, and I found some information about it.
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
Yeah.
It was waterlogged. Nothing was saved. You would think in 1976 they would figure out how to put a foam container inside of a wood container inside of a metal container that's all sealed up. Nope, water damage. And they interviewed
The anticipated crowd got disappointed.
and they interviewed a woman who was there 50 years ago. She was just a child. She
Uh-huh.
had put something in there, a card or something that was gone. So anyway, now we have a connection to Lander, Wyoming.
Yes,
with,
we do.
with
Mountain Man Steve lives there.
and also Maxie's got her popcorn, Cracker Box popcorn that we sponsor, a fine product. And we also have this fancy art department from our crack art department billboard of where you can get it at Cracker Box Popcorn, 307-335-7020. Talk to Maxie up there in Lander, Wyoming. You can see all that.
Yeah, we got all that.
Okay,
So
great
I heard a
popcorn.
rumor. A very solid rumor comes from Mountain Man Steve. She created the Camp Kennerk podcast popcorn flavors.
Okay, all right.
And they're the number one selling flavor that she has.
All right, we love it. We love it.
Yeah.
Okay, now Lander, Maxine runs a popcorn place, but they also sell fireworks. And because of the ban they have of the dry weather up there, the only information I found was that they have a parade there in Lander, and the fire trucks spray the people with water. And this seems to be a big event. That's all I can find. So you're going down the street, they just spray the people with water. And that's it.
Well, that's an accommodating fire engine right there.
Yes. Now, I have something very interesting. My neighbor, Andrew, who's a nice young guy, and he's a technical geek, but not a computer geek. He's a technical dude. He builds things. You know, he takes drivers and pliers and hammers and really cool things and builds other things. Okay. And he likes playing with lasers. Okay. He likes playing with lasers. And so I think we have a video of him shooting the laser onto a plaque.
Ooh, that's cool.
Okay. I asked, well, let's see if we can see that video.
Hold your safety glasses.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it.
Well, I got this thing that holds it for you.
No, that's all right. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Firing. All done.
That's really cool. You know, there's one thing you got to remember when you play with those kinds of toys is don't put your hand in front of the laser.
See if it works.
Yeah, you don't
Like
have
you
to
put
test.
your hand in the water, the tap, that hot or cold, and you can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'd gone to Andrew and I said, hold them a story. Here's the story. My Dr. Knudsen, who is a general practitioner and the go-to guy, and I go twice a year to just for the tune-up,
Yeah.
nothing wrong. It's still the tune-up. I gave him one of my pieces of free advice about drinking beer.
Uh-huh.
Okay, the first one's great. The second one tastes good. And the third one, you whiz all night long. Right?
Yeah.
All right.
That's what they say.
So every time I go back to him now, he always says, hey, I used your phrase again last night where I was playing cards with the boys. I said, okay. So I had an idea to make Dr. Knudsen a plaque. Okay, there's the plaque right here.
That's
And
great.
Andrew put the laser gun on it, blah, 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 blah.
Mhm.
And I'm very appreciative of it, and I love it. And this is going to go in the mail tomorrow for Dr. Knudsen so that he can put it on his wall. And there's some. So, TK, that is what I've got. And I've got a very special person here that would like to say goodbye to you, Furry Murray from Puppet Hideaway. Remember?
Hey, Burr, what's going on, my man? What's going on?
Play ball!
Aaron go brawl.